The tensions between the oldest allies BJP and Shiv Sena seem to be aggravating with each passing day. In his editorial in Shiv Sena's mouthpiece Samna, party chief Uddhav has targeted the BJP for treating senior leader LK Advani unfairly. It was only recently that Uddhav in the Samna had gone ahead and slammed the BJP, stating that they are in fact letting down their allies. And now in yet another editorial piece in the party's mouthpiece, he has gone ahead and slammed the BJP for the way they are treating LK Advani. Remember, there has been a whole controversy about that. The fact that LK Advani wanted to contest from the Bhopal seat, but BJP refused to give him that, and Advani finally settled for the Gandhinagar ticket from Gujarat, which is what the BJP had offered him. Now Uddhav making it very clear that things don't seem to be going good between the Shiv Sena and the BJP. And of course, this particular editorial is definitely not going to help the relations get any better between BJP and Shiv Sena. But of course, there's a lot of talk now that maybe the BJP will not be having that alliance with the Shiv Sena. Maybe it will be broken. This is the second targeted attack by Uddhav against the BJP. In his previous editorial piece, he had gone on to slam the BJP for the way they were treating their allies. My colleague Varghese joins us over the phone lines. Varghese, almost seems like a veiled message being sent across by Shiv Sena and Uddhav that maybe they're not willing to carry forward an alliance.
Well, it is an alliance in strain, Akshita, and we also understand that from Uddhav's point of view, he has been quite messed with the fact that MNS has been given, BJP has in fact had an electoral understanding with MNS, with their rivals who've been vying for power with the Shiv Sena. And also it is one of the oldest saffron alliances that has come under strain. It was the Shiv Sena that had given initially support to the NDA, and Advani was actually one of those architects of that alliance. And that is why in Samna, Shiv Sena spoke about in length about Advani's character and his this thing without being of any, there is no blot being in his functioning. So it clearly shows that Uddhav was trying to say that Advani knows how to respect alliances in the country, and that though the era of Narendra Modi has started, it doesn't mean that the era of Advani has come to an end. Especially the Samana quotes regarding the kind of methods used by the High Command in coercing Advani to take a seat in Gandhinagar. In fact, Uddhav has tried to say that it cannot be used to in fact coerce the Shiv Sena in trying to bargain with the BJP or deciding according to the alliance. It's clearly miffed and angry that the MNS has been given a preference by the BJP in the new dispensation of the Modi era, and also backing one of its staunch allies, Advani, in the process, Akshita.
Right, Varghese is also, of course, not the first time Uddhav has gone ahead and voiced his dissent over the BJP and the way it is functioning. In his previous editorial as well in Samna, he had gone on to slam the BJP.
In fact, the slamming part of on the BJP is quite regarding the electoral alliance with the MNS. And on that part, it must be understood, both the cousins are in fact trying to vie for power, and they want to establish their presence in the party. In fact, this will be the first election without the grand old man of the party, Balasaheb Thackeray. So that is one of the challenges that Uddhav has to face. He has to ensure that his leadership is in fact quite strong within the Shiv Sena, and also a lot of desertations are also being faced by the Shiv Sena, by its prominent leaders to NCP. So there is clearly a lot of worries that are happening on the Shiv Sena's part, and now with with the election coming up and an understanding with MNS clearly does not augur well for the leadership of Uddhav Thackeray. And because of that, Uddhav Thackeray is in fact trying to pitch himself into prominence, and he's trying to make sure that Shiv Sena has a ground level support, and also gets its party men to work within the roots of its party. So Advani, who had supported the alliance, Uddhav is banking on the fact that Advani will try to focus in a rethink and a rejig with regards to the alliance in Shiv Sena, so that BJP does not flirt with the MNS, Akshita.
Right, Varghese, of course, not the first political party to go ahead and take advantage of the fact that there seems to be some sort of rift within the BJP with regard to Advani, especially, and the treatment of the senior leader. The last time this happened, when Advani was shunned over the Modi factor, there was a lot of talk from political parties, and clearly Uddhav Thackeray is making the most of the same.
Exactly, as you had mentioned, it is in fact most of them are trying to take advantage of it. In fact, that is what some of the senior high command in the party has been saying, telling people is that Advani cannot contest from Bhopal, because if that happens, the rift in the party would be out in the open, and that there will be the Grand Patriarch's quarrel with the rest of his proteges, one-time proteges. Most of the leaders have been his one-time proteges, will be out in the open. It is exactly this that most of the people fear, that a kind of division will be there in the party itself. But it looks like this time that with regards to Samna, Uddhav is trying to in fact stoke those fires with that regard, so that it is hard hitting upon the BJP, and that they take a rethink of its alliance with the MNS.
Right, Varghese, thank you so much for joining us with all that information. But once again, a targeted attack by Uddhav Thackeray against the BJP there, making it very clear in his editorial in Samna that he finds the treatment meted out to senior leader LK Advani unfair, to say in the least.